Hey, my name's Miri from Wildflower Pilates, and if you're struggling with back pain, you're not alone. We rely on our backs every day, and unfortunately, sometimes they can let us down. So today, I will be running through a simple yet effective Pilates routine to help strengthen your core, relieve back tension, and help you move freely and more confident. My main goal is to help you feel strong, flexible, and mobile so you can keep doing the things you love, whether that's bike riding, skiing, running, or just moving freely in everyday life. So let's get started. I'm going to start down on all fours for me and just get the spine moving. So on your hands and knees, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we're just rounding your back, looking at your knees, and then arching, looking out in front. Nice big shapes. Get that spine moving. I like to start by moving the spine in all its directions. So flexion, extension, a little bit of side bending, bit of rotation. And these are great ones you can do every day when you're feeling a little bit stiff, just to get it all moving. So let's go one more like that. Big lift up, big look up. And then we'll bring your knees together for me. And just let your hips drop over to one side, looking over the other shoulder. And then you're going to come through the middle and over to the other side. So just finding a nice stretch through that hip, through the side of your body there. Trying not to just drop your hips down to the ground, like find where it feels like it's got a little bit of tension on it, it's finding that stretch. We're just going to go one more each side. Stretch out those hips, and then come back through the middle. Knees underneath your knees underneath your hips, and we're going to thread the needle. So right hand's reaching up to the ceiling, and then diving all the way through between the gap, and reaching all the way back up again. So finding a nice little twist through that mid-thoracic spine there. Nice big deep breaths. Really trying to open up to the ceiling and then dive all the way through. Maybe that shoulder rests down on the mat. You can find that little bit extra. We'll go one more here. And then we'll swap hands. So bring that hand back to the mat. Left hand's reaching up and then diving all the way through. Finding that twist. Reaching all the way up. Awesome. Finding that twist. Let's go 2 more there. Last one. And then we'll come back onto all fours for me. And just sitting back on your heels, stretching your arms forward. We're going nice and slowly, just pull yourself forward, hips to the mat, looking up at the ceiling, finding a little back bend there. And then sitting back on your heels, rounding your back. And just moving through that at a pace that feels good for you. Getting that nice extension. As you pull forward, I want you really pressing into the mat. Try and lift up towards the ceiling as much as you can. Awesome. Nice big deep breaths. It might feel nice for you on the next one to pull forward, press the top of your feet into the mat and bring your knees off. Really trying to press up towards the ceiling as much as you can. And then drop the knees. Sit back on your heels. Let's go one more like that. Pulling forward, pressing your feet down, lifting up. Awesome. And then popping the knees down. Sitting back on your heels and then coming back up onto all fours for me. So we're going to start our strengthening exercises here. We're going to pull your right knee into your nose and then kick it out behind you. Trying to lift up, look up to the ceiling, and then pull that knee back in towards your nose. Kick it up, look up, work the back of the body to get that leg a little bit higher, and then pull it back in. Nice big deep breaths as you move. If this is feeling like it's enough for you, I want you to stay here. Otherwise, we're going to try and find our balance. So the next time the leg comes long, you're going to hold it there. You're going to see if you can reach your left hand forward, find your balance. And then you can bring the hand down, bring that knee back in, kicking it long, reaching the arm forward, find the balance, hand down, knee back in. If that's feeling okay for you, try not to pop that hand down. So as the knee comes in, you're hovering the hand, reaching both nice and long. Bringing it in, reaching nice and long. Beautiful. So we're working the back of the body here. We're also working our rotational system by trying to keep everything nice and stable. We can sometimes lift, twist, and move awkwardly in daily life without even thinking about it. And by strengthening through the body's rotational system, we create better movement patterns, reducing the risk of strain and injury. So these are great exercises to help us with that. We're going to go one more here. And then on the next one, let's hold it up there. See if you can look for that hand. Get that leg a little bit higher for 5, 4, a little bit higher, 3, 2, and then bring that knee back in. Nice. All right, let's see what the other side feels like. So left leg's pulling in, or whichever leg you didn't do before, lifting back behind. Just start with the leg, settle into it, see how it's feeling. Nice big deep breaths. And then let's see how that balance feels. So we're going to kick the leg long, right hand reaches forward, hand comes back down, knee comes back in. Reaching forward, arms coming up, hand comes back down, bring the leg back in. If it's feeling good, we're going to keep that hand hovering off the mat. Awesome. Nice big deep breaths, trying to lift the arm and leg a little bit higher every time. And notice what you notice. One side might feel a bit wobblier than the other. And that's just good to take notice of. See our imbalances. So it's awesome to do these kind of exercises. All right, we're going for another 3. And 2. Let's hold it up there. See if we can get it a little higher. Keep reaching for 5. Looking up 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way in. Nice work. All right, we're going to swing around to the side. I've got my left hand down, left knee down, and right leg's coming out long beside me. I'm just going to lift myself up. So I'm lifting up, my right hand's going to reach all the way over my head, find a nice big side bend, and then coming back down. And lifting up, finding that big side bend, and coming back down. So now we're working through the side of the body, building up to a side plank. So let's just go for 3 more like this. 2, and 3, and then coming down. We're going to roll around onto your bottom and just lie all the way down for me. Hands are coming by your side, feet are hip width apart. We're just peeling up into a bridge and then coming back down. So we're working through our whole core today. We're going to go front, side, and back of the body. Strengthening it all. We're going to do a couple of rounds and just build on those exercises. So as you peel up, I want you to try and squeeze your butt. See if you can lift a little bit higher. And then roll back down. And peeling up, squeeze your butt. And then coming back down. Awesome. Let's go for another 4. And 3. Do. On this next one, let's hold it up there. Find that bridge, squeeze your butt, see if you can lift a little bit higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, rolling all the way down. And I want you to roll onto the other side. So we're going to find that half side plank on the other side. So right arm's down, right knee is down, and we're lifting ourselves all the way up, finding a nice big side bend and coming back down. And try and get that right hand underneath your shoulder so that it's nice and strong as we lift. The further away it is, the harder that's going to get for you. So nice big side bends, trying to lift up as much as you can. Awesome. We're just going to go for 3 more here. And 2. Last one. And then we're coming back down. And we're going to spin around to a middle plank. So we're back on all 4s. Hands are underneath your shoulders. You're going to tuck your toes under and lift the knees off. Finding a middle plank. I want you to squeeze your butt, push the mat away, so we're in one nice straight line. And we're just going to hold it. So finding that strength through your core, through your back, but also through your shoulders for holding yourself up here. Planks are awesome exercises for your full body. We're just going to keep holding it for another 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down. Spin back around to your first side. So left hand's down. We're going to stagger the feet. So right foot's forward, left foot's back. Now, if that first side plank felt like that was enough for you, stay there. If you're coming with me, you're going to press into both feet. My hand's underneath my shoulder. I'm lifting up. I'm finding a side plank. So we're here. We're trying to push your hips forward, lift up to the ceiling as much as you can. And we're just going to hold it. So that top hand can reach right up there. You've always got the option to bend that bottom knee on the ground if you want it. But we're trying to find your most challenging version. So if you're feeling pretty confident here, I want you to see if you can pop that right foot on top of your left. So now we're taking away a point of balance and the load's coming straight through that side of the body. We're just going to hold for 5 and 4, 3, 2. Pop the foot back down, come all the way down. Let's spin around to the other side. So we'll start with our feet staggered. Right hand's on the mat. Left foot's forward. I just got my lefts and rights confused. Pressing into the feet, pressing into the hand. We're lifting up. Find that side plank. So same as before, body's in one straight line. We're trying to lift the hips up to the ceiling as much as you can. And you're just finding that balance there. If it's there for you, you can try and pop that left foot on top of your right. Take away that point of balance. Keep lifting your hips up. Keep being strong through the body. So side planks are working through our obliques, which will help with that twisting and awkward movements through the body. We're just going to hold for another 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pop the foot back down onto the mat, lower yourself down, rolling around onto your back. We're coming back into some bridges, but this time we're going to go single leg. So feet, bring them a little bit closer together, peeling up into your bridge. Right foot's going to reach up to the ceiling. We're rolling your butt down, lifting back up, rolling down, lifting up, trying to get nice and high. Work those spinal extensors to get that little bit higher. If you're feeling okay, you can reach your arms up, take away that point of balance. We've got 3 more. And last one. Pop that foot down, other leg's reaching up, and you're rolling your butt down, lifting up. Nice big deep breaths. Two more. Nice work, coming all the way down. Hug your knees in, just rock and roll yourself back up. We've got one more round. So, coming back onto all fours, tuck the toes under, we're finding that plank again. Finding your plank. This time, bring your feet hip width apart. So you've got the options to stay here, just holding the plank, or we're gonna see if we can lift one leg off and then pop it back down, lift the other leg off. And the goal is to try and keep your hips nice and still. So your body's staying still, just the leg lifting, taking away that point of balance. Awesome. Beautiful. So this round is the challenging one. Know that there's always the options to pop your knees back down. We're going to go for two more and come straight into a side plank. So your feet are coming back to the mat. You're going to swivel both feet to the side, lift up one arm, come into that side plank. Now, you've got the option to stay in your side plank, or we're going to add in a little dip. So hips drop down towards the mat, and then we're peaking all the way up. Hips drop down, peaking all the way up. Option to drop the knee, come back into that first version that we did at the start. We're going for another 5, and then straight into the other side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming through the middle, find that plank over to the other side. And then same thing, we're lowering the hips down, lifting back up. Lowering down, lifting back up. Trying to stay nice and strong through that body. Awesome. We've got another 4. And 3, 2, and 1. Come back through the middle plank, drop the knees down. Sit back on your heels, have a little second. And then we've just got one more round in our bridge and we are done. So we're going to spin back around onto your bottom and we're going to bring our hands behind us. So we're coming into a higher tabletop bridge now. Feet are hip width apart. You're just going to peel your hips up, find that bridge, and then come back down. So again, you've got options. You can lie back down and do the bridges we were doing before, if that suited you better. But these are our last ones. I think we can do it. All right, so option to stay here. If you want one final last challenge, we're going for single leg. So right leg's coming out in front of you. As you lift up, it's kicking up, coming back down. Kicking up, coming back down. Working through the back of the body, try and get those hips high. Let's go for another 3. And 2. And 1. Pop that foot down. Other leg comes out. Lifting up. Coming down. Lifting up. Coming down. Nice work. Let's go for another 5. And 4. Get those hips high. 3. 2. And 1. Coming all the way down. Lie all the way down. Nice work. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. And we're just going to do a little twist to finish off. So arms are wide. Right leg will come out long. You're just going to twist that left knee over. Look over towards your left hand. Big deep breaths. Every time you breathe out, see if you can get a little bit more out of the twist. Find that stretch.
And then we'll come back through the middle. That leg can come out long, right knee pulling in, cross it over, find the twist. Nice big deep breaths. Awesome. And then we'll come back through the middle and just give yourself one more little cuddle. And you can rock and roll yourself all the way up to sitting. I hope you found this video helpful to help you build the core strength to relieve your back tension. If you did find it helpful, please hit like and subscribe so I can keep delivering Pilates videos to help you feel strong and mobile and to keep you doing the things you love forever. Thanks. Bye.